All right, 6 women's basketball games straight in the books. Got up at 5 a.m. and I'm still here. I got my coffee. We're back winging it. We've got the crew here for you. We take no days off except last week. What happened there? Let's label this under things maybe we should be looking into a little bit further. Google puts an engineer on leave after claiming the AI had a soul. How is nobody more alarmed by this?
I saw that and I was alarmed. He claimed that the AI had like feelings or something, right?
So I just dug deeper into the article and he was like, it's language. Google's like, they're keeping it in-house to help improve their own systems, search engines. But he posted a conversation he was having with the AI where it was like, yeah, such and such. And this AI goes, yeah, but that's what sets us apart from animals is we like to think and feel. And the guy goes, do you mean you are an AI? Yeah. She goes, oh, yeah, that's kind of the idea. I think of myself as like you. He tried to run it up the chain, paid leave.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Computer thinks it's more of a person because it's coded from a person from their perspective.
Right. It's just so used to human interaction that it's just emulating it. I'm thinking iRobot. I'm thinking Eagle Eye. 2 great movies, by the way. And I don't know. Have you guys played that game? I think it came out once maybe not. It was like that robot game. I forget what it was called, but Brent, you know what I'm talking about?
Sims?
No, not Sims. God, it was like a PS4. It was crazy. I can't even explain it. It was like a campaign game where basically you were like in a world of robots and you played as different characters.
Was it called like Detroit?
It was called Detroit. Yes,
Yeah.
It was called Detroit. Thank you. I would have never came up with that. Yeah,
I've
game.
never played it. I know what you're talking about though, but no, that's so fucked to think about, like how AI could potentially have feelings. Because like, what if they just decide, hey, my feelings are I want to take over the world and just get as smart as possible and learn how to fuck shit up?
I fully recommend this game, by the way. It was a fucking trip. Like, it was crazy and graphics are insane. But yeah, it's basically like, I don't know. There's a lot more conversation about how we're living with robots later on in life. And I don't know. I think we're not raising the alarms high enough.
What do you think now that's a big loaded question. Like, what do you think we can do about it? But like I feel that I feel
declare
we're at the
war
point
now.
where with everything, we're gonna get a bunch of like people that want to just push products, and then all of a sudden we've gone too far.
Cost cutting. Yeah, totally. I think they're gonna be serving us food, like shit like that.
I feel like in like 500 years we're gonna have like fucking parades, like gay robot rights parades. They're gonna like develop like they want to be trained.
Day we gave robots a soul. Day we finally gave them a right to vote.
Is gay marriage allowed between robots?
Yeah, there you go. Then we'll fight for their rights. Not all robots are surviving. Rest in peace to Internet Explorer. How about that? Windows down
after 30 years today. Yeah, it's the last day.
I'm using Microsoft Edge. Never mind. I thought I used Internet Explorer for the.
I'm still a Safari guy, so like I'm waiting for that to kick out. But wasn't Mac kind of the whole reason I'm not using Microsoft anymore is solely because of Mac and therefore Internet Explorer?
I don't know. I've Google Chrome even ever since I've had my Mac. I feel like Safari and Internet Explorer just couldn't even tell you why they're not as good, but they're just not. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm a Chrome guy myself.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Mozilla Firefox too. You're Chrome, Alex?
Like typically I'll jump on Chrome.
There are a lot of websites that like say like, hey, our website works best in like a Chrome browser or like
none of them are Safari. And I'm still
I
have to download so much shit just to do something. Climate activist, again, we were off last week, interrupts the French Open with, first of all, tying herself to a net with, we have 1,028 days left shirt. So 2025. Really? I mean, what a bizarre number. But speaking of raising the alarms, how about someone tying themselves to a goddamn French Open net and wearing a shirt with an actual date on it?
How was she able to get herself tied before they like could get out there?
I'm imagining like it's Seinfeld, like Kramer's the ball boy. He just like doesn't realize what's going on, and she just slips in there.
Look at her getting carried off. Look at her getting carried off down there. That was like that's an exact picture of when Drew put 22 pouches in his mouth for his 22nd birthday. And we had to carry him up the stairs. He looked just like that.
That is, stiff as a board.
That's bad.
Well, maybe they were. Go ahead, Brent.
I was gonna say, this reminds me. Did you see the guy? I think he's like a semi-famous YouTuber, and he kind of looks like Klay Thompson. He snuck into the
fake Klay Thompson
Warriors arena,
and he got.
They thought he was Klay. They let him in like pregame. He was shooting around, and it took him a while to realize that's.
Well, it
that's
was probably
insane.
that guy, the meme. Or that's my favorite. Is the security guard who's just like lightly tapping everyone in with a blank stare,
and he got banned for life for it.
Yeah, what's your guys'
shots?
What's your guys' take?
I mean, it's trespassing.
Yeah,
it is.
You'll always have that story, but
yeah, it is.
Trespassing.
He even commented on it. He's like, "Hey, listen, like all these news outlets are reaching out to me to do an interview. I don't want to do it. Like I don't want to make it a bigger deal than it is. Like I deserve to be banned." Is basically what he said. I saw he tweeted that today.
Dude, he probably talked to a lawyer, and the lawyer's like, "Bro, you're fucked." Like,
well, I wonder, is that like it for his? How's he going to be fake Klay Thompson anymore if he can't even go to the games? Like that probably hurt whatever his career is, but still.
And it's kind of scary with like all the shootings going on right now, like how easily he was able to get in there.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's an excellent point.
Well, that's my thing is it's been a repeating news story about like security not being able to handle a concert and then security letting people in like the back door easily. I'm just wondering, like, do we also need to say, hey, look at the security contractors and be like, let's step it up?
Dude, jobs in general are harder to like. I signed up for lawn waste removal service, and I'm like, a couple weeks go by, they're not taking. I'm like, what the hell? I log on. Service has been shut down for June. We don't have people picking up trash. It's like, well, okay, that makes sense. Who's going up for, it's people don't want to do these jobs anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, maybe the climate activist was onto something because the Miami streets flooded from a simple rainstorm. Floods most recently were ripping away cabins and bridges at Yellowstone National Park. And I think they had to close like half the park, which is nuts.
Yes. That was crazy. Have you guys seen footage or video or pictures
out of Yellowstone?
Yeah, there's like one where like a cabin is fucking like kind of just washed away, but just like raging floodwaters. Like,
is that what we're all about to die from? Floods?
I mean, I guess.
Would you rather die from the world flooding or from the world burning?
That's a great question. Because no, that's drowning or literally being lit on fire.
Yeah.
But drowning is supposedly the best, like, or the most euphoric way to go. Once you like give up and suck in all the water, supposedly it gets kind of.
I heard it was the most frightening way to go.
No, it's the worst. And then I think like pass over. Like,
I think he's saying once you lose your consciousness, it gets better.
It's over. Gotcha.
They have but I don't know. That's who knows enough to say that, I guess, other than. But
how do you test that theory?
You see that it's just like
it's taking out roads.
This is a common sort of like mountain looking road that I would drive in Colorado all the time, and like the river bends and the road's just right next to it, and dude, like this is nuts.
Yeah,
and
I know.
You know what's even worse is, hey, Missouri and like down to Louisiana, get ready for all of this whenever it comes rushing through your state.
Tornado watches up in Chicago, Wisconsin, etc. St. Louis always ripe for a good tornado. All right, I'm a heater guy. We know Jack's a good Juul guy. We all enjoy a drunk sit.
Nope.
No Juul. What?
3 months off. Haven't touched it.
Congrats. Dude, that's all you need. 28.
I got to kick this now, but
Zins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but hey, we literally can swear on my mom's grave I haven't touched one in 3 months.
That's good
And
shit.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we should all feel a little bit better about ourselves because Post Malone rips 40 heaters a day. It came out on the Nelk Full Send podcast.
Dude,
Which is 2 packs, right?
2 packs.
I mean, I have an aunt who smokes 2 packs a day, but I think he also said the most he's ever smoked in a day is like 68
60.
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, that's just disgusting.
Yeah, I have all aunts and uncles in Central Illinois who do that, but like, how does his voice still sound?
I was gonna say, yeah, as a singer.
Have
how
you
do do
heard?
that?
Have you heard his interviews recently?
Does he sound like shit?
It's not like he's. It's not like he's done it for 80 years, right? It's only been a few more years, but I think I can hear it whenever he's just talking. Like the dude sounds like he's been through a lot. That's just few years.
Like I was a 10-year smoker, and I'm confidently saying with Jack, I like smoke like 4 times a year. It's when I get away for a weekend and there's a good hearty drunk cigs about. But like I not 40 a day, and I'm not back to the point where I'm like, I used to be like, okay, meal cig, had a beer cig. It was very procedural. Yeah. Post Malone's like, oh shit, I just wiped my ass, cig. One wipe down, might as well have another cig.
I just finished
like smoking 40 a day would be like a chore. Like it'd be hard, genuinely hard. You'd have to commit a lot of time to it.
Yeah.
But he's probably up partying. Like the lifestyle is probably so keen.
Well, dude, on that podcast, he talks about how he literally can't handle the lifestyle anymore. Like how on tour now, he'll literally have to go to bed after because he has trouble sleeping and like has anxiety that he can't even do it anymore.
I totally feel that. Yeah.
Yeah. And he doesn't smoke weed anymore either, which crazy to hear him say this because I've had an experience like this where he had one time that like 5 years ago that he had a fucking absolute freak out and it's never been the same for him.
Bro, this is literally speaking my language. This happened to me when I was a senior in college. I took Molly that ended up being meth, and literally it brought on anxiety. It wrecked my life for a full year. And like I went on Zoloft, etc. But yeah, I had to quit smoking too because something I enjoyed, just my mind chemistry was so effed up. I physically couldn't do it anymore because I would get so anxious. But Zoloft is the key. Love it. Zoloft.
He's apparently big though on shrooms because apparently shrooms are apparently they're like testing all shit with like microdosing shrooms for anxiety.
Yeah, no, they're making it more legal, right, Alex?
Oh yeah, it's proven to be big time. So back in the day, they legalized weed in Breckenridge. They legalized mushroom studying in Boulder, I think in like maybe a couple other counties and a few other states. But like it's supposed to be for like, let's run test trials with 100 veterans who are willing to microdose daily.
Interesting. Yeah, see, that would freak me out. Like I don't like anything where I'm hallucinating, I guess. I've never done them, so I don't think I will, but who knows? Never say never.
I'm becoming more and more convinced as more and more things are pointing to like how well the studies show. But same, I've never thought myself to be someone who could handle hallucination well.
One of my main fears, I end up with face paralysis. What's going on with Justin Bieber? Feel for the guy. What does anyone know more about this disease that was randomly on set?
Is it Bell's palsy? I don't think it's specifically Bell's palsy.
I thought it was Bell's palsy. It's Ramsey Bolton disease or something.
Ramsey Hunt.
Who is Ramsey?
Ramsey Hunt. Oh, Ramsey Bolton is on Game of Thrones.
So like you get, like he said, I think in that one video, it's like it attacks a nerve or it's like stored until
I couldn't even notice it though. Like it's probably like it reminded me of like I don't know when you get numbed up at the dentist and you kind of like you look like a fool for like 6 hours. You can't really feel half your face.
If you look up Ramsey Hunt and go to images, it's all Justin Bieber.
Oh, he broke the internet.
Yeah,
but we wish him goodwill.
It's like supposedly only if you have chickenpox or measles. Have you guys had them?
No.
Nope.
I was trying to avoid monkeypox, but
I had the chickenpox, so I guess I'm doomed.
Well, we're all doomed. Jack, what do we have on Dr. Oz winning?
Dude, how about that? It's going to the go into the. So what's that mean? He's just now in the race for governor, or he's like if you win the primary, right? You just win the Republican.
And is it in North Carolina? I keep
it's in
forgetting.
Pennsylvania,
which is isn't it a Democratic state? Like that's a pretty interesting swing state.
Is he running for Senate or governor?
Senate primary by 950
House
votes.
of Representatives. I don't know. He's just him getting near office is a little bit freaking me out. But I guess people do that. I mean,
we had Trump as president.
I mean, who knows?
All rules are off, dude.
I'd probably trade Dr. Oz for Biden right now. Like, I don't even know about Dr. Oz.
I trade Kanye. I'm literally starting to flip to Kanye.
That's such an interesting name, Mehmet Oz.
Yeah, Mehmet Oz.
Yeah,
wasn't this doctor from like the University of like Bolivia in Colombia or something? Like, one of those sham doctorates.
Oh, is he got like? Is he?
He's the daytime TV star.
No, I know it's like a Turkish name, I guess. So maybe that's why. Oh, well.
Someone check his nationality. What is he even allowed to be running? This Turk?
Is this legal?
Goddamn Turk. Britney's ex crashes her wedding. Jesus Christ. What was he trying to do? Was he going to be? I don't even think they're asking anymore. Do people not want this to happen? But he was there in case they did.
Yeah, he got gang tackled. There's a picture of it. It's also funny because there was all memes about it because his name is Jason Alexander, and that's the name of George.
People thought George Costanza.
So they were cutting in pictures. They were cutting in pictures of George, like getting chased by the cops.
Which I always thought that because when I was a Seinfeld fan, when Britney was huge when we were young, I'm like, wait, Jason Alexander. I'm like, no, that can't be.
Yeah.
I wish George was in still some more stuff. I think the most famous thing he's been in was like he had like a couple episode run in Monk after Seinfeld, but
he played a serial killer on an episode of Criminal Minds, and he had long white hair down to his shoulders.
Yeah,
and it was just so hard to take him serious.
LeBron James and Tiger Woods are billionaires. Tiger also turned down apparently $1 billion from Live Golf. What do you guys think of Live Golf? Do you guys have an opinion on that?
Fill me in.
Well, it's basically the Saudi-backed league. So the PGA Tour is the establishment, but I don't know. People have to really work for their money. And I don't know. The Saudis basically came. They have all this money, and they're like, "Hey, we want to rival the PGA Tour. We're going to try and buy out all these guys." Now, people don't want to take the Saudi money because it's tied to a government that's apparently killed a journalist with a bone saw. They're tied to 9/11. So it's blood money, but it's a lot of money. And it's a conundrum.
Phil got clipped for saying when he got in trouble for saying that shit about that, how they kill gay people in Saudi Arabia, but that type of money,
civil rights, they're not big. They're not huge on women either. But here's my question too, and I think I answered it myself, but I was like, we're slamming all these guys. Isn't Joe Biden currently going to the Saudis for oil? But then it's like, okay, he's helping a nation as opposed to these guys are helping their pockets.
Yeah, it's interesting. I listened to a podcast, actually the Full Sin podcast yesterday, Fowler. And he has an interesting opinion on it, how he's really good with his words, not trashing the PGA, but he's just there's a lot of different things that could potentially need to be changed in the future about the PGA. They have to pay a fee every time they want to they pay fees for the fucking match.
And you have to go to it's a full week. It's not just the Thursday through Sunday rounds. If you make each round, it's practice rounds. It's pro-ams. You have to go meet the people there. You have to get there on Monday.
Anything for profit. If they were to film something and stream it for profit, it has to get cleared by them, all this shit. And the Saudis are trying to shake it up with other stuff with instead of 56 holes, it's 48. So
they only played for 3 days. But here's the other thing too, and Ricky Fowler falls in this category. It's guys who can't fucking win anymore.
Yeah.
But here's what's smart is they got the number one amateur guy who hasn't even played on the PGA Tour. That's where they might be in trouble, is these kids coming out of college are all of a sudden getting 20 mil guaranteed. So here's the crazy thing. Charles Schwartzel won Live Golf this past week. Okay, congrats, Charles. He won $5.8 million. DJ didn't even sniff the leaderboard. It's like, what's going on here? These guys stink. The second guy was some no name, like the 250th ranked golfer. He finished second. He got more money than Scotty Scheffler did for winning the Masters. And it's like,
Yeah.
That's fucked up. I mean, I would, especially in a guy in that position who's the 250th ranked golfer. I'd for sure take the money and go to Live if I knew I was gonna have the
Dude,
chance.
yeah, like these dudes like Lee Westwood and stuff that are
Yeah.
never gonna win a tournament. Like,
bingo.
take the paycheck.
Yeah.
Perez.
Yeah.
Well, here's the so let's it's not the same, but like I don't know. Say you get paid to leave your job right now, but it's from the Saudis. Are you guys doing it?
Yeah, for enough money. Fuck yeah.
I mean,
what
that's
else
the
they're
thing.
gonna
Like,
spend it on? They're gonna go buy a private jet. Fuck, at least give the money to me instead of
yeah.
like
No, I understand, and it's like everyone's got to get their money, and it's blood money too. I don't think we should tear down someone for taking the money or for not taking the money. It's almost.
I agree.
Yeah, that's what Ricky Fowler was saying. He's like, I don't have a. He's like, I respect it either way, and he's like, and like, I think the PGA is the best place to play in the world, but like everyone has their price. If they threw like a crazy amount of money at me, like I would.
Tiger, that's crazy that he turned down $1 billion. Like, but I guess he's already got $1 billion. But yeah, they're throwing stacks. Phil got 100 million. I think DJ did just for signing up. Like.
But like, the last thing I'll say about Ricky Fowler was also saying, if anything, it's gonna like, because the PGA is such like they're so set in their ways, like old,
Right, very old.
like it'll make them have. He was like, until 5 years ago, you couldn't even do like alcohol sponsorships,
Right.
and then that finally changed. Like, so he thinks it'll just make them have to pay more.
Yeah,
to keep
competition's
guests.
always good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Live Golf, could we expect this from maybe some? Here's what's crazy is their next golf event is most of them are already United States. They're out at Oregon at this place called Pumpkin Ridge. Right around this time last year, I had a tea time. I'm drunk at Matt Cruisen's rehearsal dinner. I make a tea time. We sleep through it. Pumpkin Ridge. I could have gone and given you the deets. But a lot of members there are apparently dropping their membership because like the tournaments.
because Liv's going there.
Yeah, crazy shit.
Damn.
How about those? This is some Live Golf shit. The golf seats suspended by a crane.
Yeah.
Jack,
Oh.
Alex, if you could pull that photo up. But yeah, Jack,
The what?
to the group. Those golf seats suspended by a crane over a golf course.
Yeah, where you watch golf from like up in the sky, a crane holds
Yeah,
your seat
there's
up.
like nowhere to. It's like the Canadian Open or something.
Are you just peeing off the edge? Like you were saying, it'd be crazy having to kind of shimmy by everyone's seat up in the air and have to crane down.
Is this what you're talking about?
Yes.
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 No way.
Like,
What?
dude, yeah, like that sucks. Like, all right, we gotta go down. Someone's gotta pee.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, Amanda's having a panic attack. Sorry, guys, we gotta make everyone.
This isn't a thing.
No, it's real.
it's rumored. Like it's a concept at this
Well,
point.
that's what I'm saying. There'd be so many more pictures if like that even looks a little fake.
It's
well,
concept.
that's a rendering. But
Catch me in the metaverse before you catch me in a goddamn crane. I mean, that's the future of
Dude,
watching sports.
Put drones above it and let me put on 3D gogs and yeah, let me just watch like right up.
Also,
10 feet over.
last thing about Liv that I just thought of, Dylan, is have you seen those press conferences where they're just hammering them with like questions like, so how do you feel that they help pay for 9/11? And they're all
What do
just
you
like,
what do you make of the
they're all just
families
like,
reaching out to
dude,
you?
yeah, like
No, what I found more interesting was people analyzing how clearly Phil has gotten very expensive media training. And it's like each answer, it's like, yeah, they ask him like this crazy question, and Phil just takes a moment and goes, well, first, I just want to apologize to all the families. And he just spews bullshit for like 10 minutes. All right. I'm hoping to get some more information on this. This is in our neck of the woods. A Missouri woman bags Geico in a lawsuit for somehow proving in a court of law that the car she contracted HPV from a man from was the direct cause of how she got HPV. Bam, 5.2 mil. Thank you.
Yeah, the story is she had sex in a car with her boyfriend that she rented from. I don't know. I guess was insured
She
under
rented the
Geico.
boyfriend?
And her boyfriend gave her the STD, and somehow Geico got sued over that. Is that right?
So
Geico had to pay it
Yeah.
out, or I think they're sending it to arbitration, but that was the ruling.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. Like
I
I
don't
read that
either.
story and I just can't physically grasp how Geico has to pay that.
I've
Like,
got
how
the
did that get
lawyer
in court of
coming
law?
into the room and just going, "All right, hear me out. We're gonna. This is what we're gonna. This is our
Sounds-
play."
It sounds like a Nathan for you episode.
Right? Yes,
Yeah.
Nathan, for you.
That lawyer has probably gotten so much business since then. They're like, damn, you won this case.
They
This
they
guy
had
didn't win anything.
they had Saul on the case. That was a Saul move for sure.
Yeah,
I
literally.
don't get how they somehow argued, that you got to imagine they somehow argued the liability or whose liability or responsible for this isn't the driver. Like he knew he was giving it to,
Or just
I
the
don't-
person. I don't understand how that is put on a
Yeah.
car company for having a
Yeah.
car doesn't. You hear it's like, oh, you get gonorrhea from a toilet seat, which I'm pretty sure is a wives' tale. But yeah, I don't know. Like some lawyer was spewing some. I'm curious. Oh, it was in Missouri, right? That's where the court awarded it. Hey, there you go. To each his own. Have any of you guys seen Morbius?
Dude,
I keep seeing shit about it though. Is it just like comically bad or something?
So Morbius flopped, Marvel movie with Jared Leto. It's like, okay, yeah, total flop. But then Morbius kind of saw a little buzz about themselves on social media talking about it. So they decided to re-release the movie for whatever reason. And it totally bombed again, even worse, because everyone was just, as you said, making fun of it with memes.
Mhm. Well, no, I saw that there was a petition to put it back in theaters. People were like, "Oh, we didn't know it was out. They just wanted it to come out in theaters again so it could flop." And then it did. And now there's yet another petition going around saying they
Morbius
want it
2.
back in theaters again. Yeah,
They literally got ratioed.
literally. Yeah.
That's a
Petition
big
signers
troll.
and they- yeah.
I don't know if I'm in on this, but this also came out. Speaking of movies, Joker 2, the musical.
What?
is that confirmed?
I,
You gotta be
think
lying.
so. I mean, Lady Gaga. So I didn't see the what is it? A Star is Born. Was that a musical?
Well, they sing because they're like it's about like a super depressed like rock star, and then like she's like a singer too. So they like show them singing, but like there's a plot to it. Not just
Sure.
a
Have you
whole
seen-
thing.
Have you seen The Greatest Showman?
That's a good call. I was going to bring
That's
up
a
another.
straight
That's
up.
a
That's
musical.
the straight up musical.
That's a musical. The Star is Born is not a musical.
Yeah.
What about La La Land?
That's
That's a
Okay.
musical.
Yeah, musical. So
When they
it could
just-
be good.
When they just break into a number like in the middle of the street, like singing, that's a musical.
How do you do that with the Joker though? Like it's like the first one is so dark. Like
I
can't see
argue the
musical being that
Batman
dark.
was almost a fucking musical for how often they were playing that song.
Something's in the way.
the whole movie, the last 40 minutes.
Well, dude, maybe it'll be good.
Yeah, who knows? Well, let's get into some content here. We've always got the Tea with Jack D, the selections as well. Mustaches are back. I still haven't seen Top Gun, but Top Gun's bringing back mustaches. I was doing a social like experiment on Kelsey where I was subtly shaving everything but my mustache until she kind of said something. I think I lasted 4 days.
Well, Top Gun's fantastic.
Yeah.
Is it? You guys went and saw it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's fucking
fantastic.
sweet. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fucking
round
sick.
table yeses. Okay, I'm gonna have to go see that.
It was awesome.
It was sweet.
We Own the City was awesome. HBO miniseries. It was awesome right as The Wire turned 20 years old. We kind of celebrated that. Dude, it's like The Wire in, I don't know, the 21st century, I guess, or even further than that. I remember when I was in college, the race riots in Baltimore that shut down that Baltimore Orioles game to where that was like the first time we ever saw a game without a crowd. And my stupid, immature mind just didn't know really fathom what was going on. Dude, it's crazy how even looking at it from the cop standpoint, they're trying to get home. It was like a band of brothers that it was a kind of a toxic system, but it was a fascinating look at politics, police work, and Baltimore, I thought.
What was the name of it?
We Own This City. It's on HBO, and John Bernthal was fantastic in it.
I straight up downloaded the IMDb app because you and I put everything on the watch list.
Yes, you have to. IMDb is an app I totally recommend.
No
Stranger
free
Things.
ads, though.
No, yep, true. Stranger Things was epic. Holy shit, I loved
I
it.
got one episode left.
It's the best part. It's the best episode.
I thought it was fucking sick so far.
Yeah.
So
It's
Yeah.
great. I can't wait for July 1st.
Are you
Yeah.
annoyed though? Like, do you wish that you just got all the episodes at once?
No, I mean, I guess kind of, but I don't want to be greedy. I don't know. I'm almost done with Sons of Anarchy. Are you hip on that now, Jack?
I'm literally been binging it.
Yes.
I'm already midway through season 4.
All
I
right, there you
started
go.
it like last Sunday or something.
Yeah, I've got my last it's the last season. They're just like, fuck it, gore. Like there's so much gore. It's crazy. The last season.
It's so bad for me trying to go to sleep because I'm like, dude, what's gonna happen next? I gotta see.
Yeah, it's nuts. Candy. That's another great miniseries. I just binged 5 episodes. Jessica Biel is killing it these days. She's fantastic. She was fantastic in The Sinner. She's great in this. Speaking of lawyers, it was probably Candy's lawyer that fucking had this girl from Missouri. But I was just thinking, like, it's a really bizarre, gripping watch, kind of sickening. No wonder people were going batshit crazy in the 80s. How boring would it be just being at home? Like that's what I was getting from just watching that series.
Yeah. No, it was boring. But it's
Honey,
crazy.
put me the paper.
Yeah, it's crazy that she like got off. That's not a spoiler. That's like a fact.
Yeah, I mean, I was shocked. I didn't do any reading, and then spoiler alert. But yeah, it was like,
Sorry.
what the hell? It's a
Yeah.
good one though. I watched the Lakers dynasty, Jack. That was awesome. Adrian
Yeah.
Brody's my favorite actor.
Yeah, he plays Pat Riley so well. He's good.
Are we
Winning time you're talking about?
Yeah.
winning time?
Yeah, I know that was really good.
Are we still making Jerry's? What
Wait,
other names
Meg?
are just totally out of style? Like Jerry Buss, Jerry West. Really? Do we know any Jerry's?
I don't know one.
I don't know any Ricks. I don't know any.
Rick's a good one.
uh
Bertha. I mean, we're not making any Berthas anymore. That's for sure. I might do some looking up on that. Maybe we'll play that game for next time.
Dorothy.
Dorothy's good. Yeah.
Dorothy.
Bill. I don't know. Bob. Greg. Where are we at here? Brendan, you guys went to a silent disco. Any thoughts and observations from that?
Yeah, it was pretty. So 2 Saturdays ago, first of all, Jack and I went to the Kenny Chesney concert at the Cowboys Stadium. That was dope. It
With
was
Grant,
fun
not
time.
just us two.
Yeah, sorry, guys. At a Kenny Chesney concert, we were holding hands the whole time.
Yep. Cowboys heads.
But our friend who has a place in Dallas with like a pretty cool rooftop, had like this kid come over and DJ, and he had like a bunch of headphones that everyone wore, and each headphone set had like a channel on it. You could pick between channel 1, 2, or 3. Each of them had different songs on there, but silent disco was fun. It was my first time going to one. It was pretty cool though.
And it's like color coordinated. So
exactly, it's color coordinated.
You're like, oh, that dude's vibing
So
with
yeah,
me.
people would be like, "Yo, turn to this channel."
Yeah.
No, it was pretty cool for sure.
It's a great way to have a party where you're not going to get a noise complaint. That's for sure.
And it's
Yeah.
different. Like it's
Yeah.
different. It's cool. I went to when I was in Mexico, they had one on the beach or something, and I was so destroyed. I'm just going nuts. Like I am sweating bullets because I am going nuts at this silent disco. And then I'm looking around, I'm like, I need a towel. So I start trapezing the side of this infinity pool to like go steal like a towel from like someone's balcony. Just totally wipe into the water and just zap the headphones. I'm surprised I didn't electrocute myself. But they're like speaking Spanish, like, oh, I'm like, yeah, they don't work. I'm sorry. I'm like, the room number is this guy. That was my silent disco though. Brendan, I've got one more thing for you before we get to the tea with Jack D. Do you remember when we did the Cowgirls Have More Fun bumper sticker on your car prank?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we'll discuss that because that's super funny. Some food notes. Vicolo's Pizza. Did you ever have that with me in Connecticut, Brendan?
I did, yeah. It was really
closed.
good.
It closed after 20 years.
No way.
I am literally heartbroken.
I wonder if I mean that's Portnoy has reviewed some pizzas in Connecticut before, right? It's
Yeah.
not far from New York. Vicolo's isn't.
Good. No, that's a great point. I don't. Yeah, like he goes to New Haven all the time, and like New Haven's a spot which is close by New Canaan, which is really good. But yeah, Vicolo's. God, it was great. That piece of my childhood died.
How you spell it?
It's like VICCOLO. Like it's just totally hole in the wall, but that's what made it so great. I went to the Taco Bell refi. Only one is in freaking right down the street from me in Brooklyn Park, which is interesting. But Alex told me that Denver and Minneapolis are big for food stops, and that made a lot of sense. It was clearly fresher, but then I can't like it tasted fresher. The cool part is ordering ahead and the robot kitchen drops it down to you. We didn't do that. So think of it like a bank. You've got the two robot things, and then you've got a person like closest into it. Kitchen's above you, apparently. So it's like two kitchens. It was noticeably fresher, cool design, but I was wondering if it was a grand reopening. So once the boss leaves, is it like okay, business as usual? Here's half serve.
Right.
And Wendy's nuggets are the GOAT. I love Wendy's nuggets. All right, so
I think I can imagine that
normal.
a fresh brand new Taco Bell would probably be pretty fire. Like for the exact same reasons, like you just said, managers there, new opening.
Oh yeah, it was.
Go back there in a year, and we'll hear your new review.
Same old Taco Bell, yeah, for sure. Same old classic. Yeah, so the Cowgirls Have More Fun bumper sticker had me laughing because Joey is a prankster, and he did it to where he put it on the opposite. So he put it on the front, but on the passenger side front bumper, so you would purposely never walk around and see it. And how long did we have that on there? Just a bright pink Cowgirls Have More Fun.
Probably like a week before I noticed it.
weren't you salty?
I probably was. I think it was worse than Cowgirls Have More.
Dude, that's
fun.
hilarious.
I'm pretty sure it had like.
I think it was
more vulgar than that. I think.
Yeah,
we'll have to double check with you.
My biggest memory of Brennan's car is when they did their senior prank, and it was just parked in the middle of the parking lot.
Yeah, I was the only one who got a parking ticket.
Oh god, yeah, no, that was the best part of it too. Is here's this badass Mitsubishi Eclipse with Cowgirls Have More Fun and hot pink on the front bumper. I went to the fucking Yankees Twins game, and I have no idea why I wrote this down, but I wrote down the worst urinal moment of my life. Maybe it comes back to me later. Okay, tease. We've got the bottled water challenge coming out this week. I used to, so check that out. It was interesting. See how I do tasting different tap water and bottled water and picking them out without looking. So Kelsey is all about this reverse osmosis system. Like, are you guys filtered water guys? Like I was always just like tap, tap, tap. You know, I was just like, give me it, whatever. Holy crap. I can't go back now. Like it is noticeably crisper, almost richer, tastes better.
What is this you're talking about? What kind of water?
I think I'm not calling it the right thing, but you know where like people have the sink and then they have the smaller sink that is for like drinking water. That's essentially what we have. But I
prefer filtered water. I mean,
yeah, okay. But like, you know, how like I was people who had a Brita in college, it was like, was that really doing that much? Like this is like a high-tech fucking thing. Like I'm telling you, it wasn't doing much to Peoria water. I was fucking eating gravel.
It's because no one changes the filters, especially.
Yeah, good point.
4 dudes like in my apartment,
yeah,
just slurping a bunch of water down in college, kind of thing. We probably needed to change it probably every 2 weeks, to be honest.
Right.
But like I don't know what you're talking about, but I have seen some things about like what you're saying. Like basically, I call it fancy water. I don't know what it does. But.
And I was like a non-believer. I was a skeptic. I was like, what the hell? It's so good. I literally got fountain water from like, you know, I was at a community college for these basketball games and it was ass. I almost spit it out. I couldn't even fucking do it anymore. So I raced home and got my goddamn osmosis on. All right. I got an urgent call Joey hits me up out of the blue. You know, one of my right-hand guys. I'm like, all right, what's he got? He goes, dude, I have the best idea. You call me. I hit him up. He hits me with, guys, we gotta start the hashtag Free Britney Griner. I don't know if it's ... dots in there or if his plan was we're going to get the Free Britney crowd by just seeing Free Britney, and then we're going to slip in Griner. We're gonna get people about it.
That was such a Joey idea.
It's an underscore.
I walk out of a meeting. Joey, what's up? What do you got? All right, hear me out. Free Britney Griner. So
we should post that on our Instagram, just like a black screen with hashtag
Free Britney Griner. Yes.
Griner.
That is coming because she's being further detained. Joey has a point. We'd be the loudest people vocal for it.
We should just on any platform we post. That should just
we should get Free Britney Griner shirts.
100%. All right.
I'm in.
As soon as they come in, she's
shit.
literally free.
Yeah. I would rock that shit. I think that might make Putin Center free.
Tell Joey to get designing those.
Yeah.
We got a guy local now in Minneapolis, maker of sporty balls, so that might be next. Okay, so we've got a jam-packed week. So we've got random thoughts with Alex, renamed Babbles with Bursic. We might push that off since we're running a bit long here. So we got a running total for next week. But let's get caught up on tea. We're 2 weeks out. We're getting back into form. Let's hear it, Jack. What do we got this week?
All right. Dr. Fauci has COVID. Didn't even know anyone still got that. But
Clay Travis goes, Dr. Fauci had 4 shots and got COVID. It's classic.
Bam Margera escaped rehab in Florida and no one knows where he is.
He's probably on the corner with Delonte West.
He apparently told them that he wasn't he got in a skateboarding accident and he broke his wrist and they weren't setting up his physical therapy, so he wasn't happy. So he went up to the front desk and said, I'm fucking out of here, and it's a court ordered one where they can't let you leave. And he fucking got out and skirted off in an all black SUV and no one knows where he is.
Oh, he was sick.
Yeah, he's like in all the Jackasses. They used to just fuck with his parents.
Right.
Yeah. His dad.
Yeah, like while they're sleeping.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking funny. Netflix announced its real life Squid Games reality show with a $4.5 million prize.
Did you already sign up, Jack?
No, I need to do that, but that's a shit ton of players.
Dude, it's probably like American Ninja War. Like it's got to be like hard ass tasks.
All right, so Gunna is released a statement from jail, and it's not fun. I just thought it's kind of funny because the whole thing is super serious. Like the whole about how he like came up from a marginalized like neighborhood and like used his talent to get out of there. But the first line is what's funny to me. He said, 2022 has been one of the best years of my life, despite this difficult situation. This year, I had the whole world pushing P. And then it gets like super serious after that. So I thought, that's not funny, but it's like, that's kind of
funny. It's true.
He was pushing P.
Well, like just that, like in his serious statement about him getting arrested for murder. Okay, U.S. inflation hits 40-year high of 8.6%.
Dude, wait, what was the number?
8.6%, I think.
No. I just have
40-year high.
Yeah.
And the biggest rate hike since 94 today, which was good news. We popped today, which is like, hey, finally, I feel so adult. I'm like having conversations with people now over lunch. It's like, hey, the Fed meeting's in an hour. You know, what do we do? It's like, what's Powell going to do now? I don't know. Is the bottom in? I hope. We're hoping to do core trades in the coming week or so. We're going to talk to a crypto bear, a guy who thinks it's going to zero, and we're talking to a crypto bull, Jack's friend. So I think that's going to be cool. We're going to have 2 contrasting views, hopefully in one episode. So I think it should be a rightful debate.
Amber Heard has spoken out for the first time since the trial. She did an interview where it was like, dude, she's literally like acting like
chill. Yeah, I'm just like, Amber, chill.
then she's playing the card. She said, I loved him and I still will always love him. Like,
You shit on his fucking bed.
Yeah.
Like,
And
dude,
and she
true, Lon.
officially got cut from Aquaman 2. They're just gonna
What?
they're just gonna do one of the things where they just like put someone new in and act like it's the same person.
Like Moon Knight, which I stopped watching. I don't know. Some of the Disney shows hit, some of them don't. I think I watched Aquaman. It was fine. I mean, it's nothing groundbreaking.
Moon Knight's better than Aquaman, but I agree. Moon Knight was just like Stranger Things. It's like very annoying the first several episodes for sure.
See, I was almost the other way around. I was like, oh, this is a cool new concept. And then it was like, there's hieroglyphics, there's, talking animals. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? And it was a limited series. So I'm like, I'm out.
Yeah. All right. I don't know what it's about. It's called The Rehearsal. It's Nathan Fielder from Nathan For You's new thing. It's about like people getting to like rehearse their lives. That's all it said. So I don't know what the fuck
that's going to be great.
Yeah. So that comes out on HBO. And then Knives Out 2 has officially been titled Glass Onion.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Glass Onion.
Yeah.
Some people are like, I don't know. Some people like found meaning in it. They're like, oh, I can't wait for it now. I'm like, what?
Wait, so is it called Knives Out 2 : Glass Onion, or is it just called
Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery at the bottom.
Okay.
Knives Out was great. I went in with low expectations and I loved it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. I've just been wondering how they make a sequel out of that.
Right.
Yeah. And then I just said Top Gun was awesome. And then my suggestions for TV were Stranger Things and Sons of Anarchy.
Yep. Ron, tell that. Peaky Blinders is out, so I'm going to start binging that now, right?
Season 6 is out on Netflix. That's right.
Yep. So again, we've noted I haven't made it past the first episode. I watched 4 times in college and fell asleep every time, but I'm going to give it a go once Sons is done. Those are your selections of the week. Hey, get a limited edition Winging It shirt. So that's what we kind of talk about. We're just doing limited edition drops, kind of like the Nelk Boys, where it's like, hey, first of all, this is the comfiest shirt I own, which is awesome. So you want to get these before you're gone. They're gone. I think we only did 36 of them and we sold like 30 of them. So there's like 6 left. So if you want one, get them now before they're gone. I think we got hit me up off air and I'll get you the
Yeah.
But check out CorbettSports.com. Joey did a great job of totally refurbishing that. And you can check out the selections of the week there for Jack as well. Babbles with Bursick coming back next week. We'll be, we'll be back next week. We will be here for you. Bottled water challenge coming out this week. See how we did. Good to be back, boys. We'll talk to you next week.